Africa has 52 countries, and then the African Union has put in place a protocol for free movement of goods and persons within the African continent. But in terms of the movement of trade and goods, there is an agreement which is called the Africa Free Trade Area Agreement, which is working perfectly. But in terms of the movement of the human beings or the people, there's a restriction because there's visa requirement between the various countries, which is restricting free movement, and it's affecting effective trade and labor migration within Africa. But it is also on record that Africa movement, migration within Africa is even more than migration from Africa to the West. So this is something that we want to correct. Currently, we have just 4 countries that have ratified this free movement agreement. We need at least 15 to ratify. That means 11 more to ratify so that it will come into effect. And then the Africa Common Approach to Migration Policy, which the AU has a common approach to migration, which will now be effectively implemented within the continent to promote a more organized and orderly migration. And we have 3 major components. The first stage has to do with the formation and then the planning, which has already started. We are almost at the end of that part of the project, and we have managed to put in place a coalition of CSOs within 20 more African countries who are going to support our project. The second stage has to do with capacity building, which we have also initiated some action on it. And as you can see here, we have completed some part of this program. We got the trainer and experts who are going to work on it and train our member countries to implement advocacy actions, and we expect that by the end of July, that's 28th and 29th of this month, we're going to have a training of trainers to be able to build their capacity. The third stage, which is the advocacy and outreach on the AU FMP, is going to involve the various actors in the various countries who are going to engage at the policy level. They are members of parliament, the diplomatic missions, the religious and traditional authorities, and the students. All the stakeholders will have to come on board to be able to initiate advocacy actions in their various countries to help to bring these into fruition. At the end of everything, we want to ensure that at least 6 member countries will demonstrate commitment towards ratification of the African Union Free Movement Protocol. Thank you very much.